Hi, my name is Jeffrey Goodwin, and I am the author and creator of the Automatic Networker System. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it's because I'm kind of an overnight success when it comes to social networking and the internet. Now, I'm not saying that to brag, but I just want to let you in on a little secret. You can do this too. That's right. You see, I've seen so many people with incredible talent go through some really hard times in business and in their personal lives, myself included. I've worked hard at my different jobs in life, and only to discover that the harder I worked, the less people around me would work. It was really bizarre. It was like, they'd be like, oh, don't worry about it, Jeff will get that. And, hey, Jeff, why don't you work for me tomorrow? I need to take the day off, and, I'm going to be sick, so, you work for me, and it'll be cool, and you can make me look good, and, then, we all get raises at the same time, and, you do more work, I do less work, and, I'm going to go out and take my break now, and be like, okay, whatever, I was like, there's got to be a better way. So, what I did? I went out and I started my own business. Yep, that's right. I started my own business, and you know what? It felt great. I was finally on my own. I could do my own thing. And then I realized my business was running me. I ran into this guy one time. I started reading his book, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read his book and I was like, wow, yeah, my business is running me. It's like not even any different than having, working for somebody else. It's like you're self-employed, but you call the shots, but, your business is running you. It takes over your life. I went down and saw him at a seminar one time and talked to him and met him and talked with him a little bit, and I realized, yeah, I need to do something different. Because my business was running me, I had no time for my family. I couldn't take a vacation for more than just a couple of days because of the loss of income that I'd have from my business, from being away from it. Because you always got to be there, always got to make sure that you're doing right, doing good by it. And, years went by. Still, same thing happening, just always had to be with it. As soon as I left it, it would fail. Start to suffer a little bit. Wouldn't fail. Definitely was doing good, but it definitely would suffer. I'd take a huge hit. It would cost me anywhere, just to take a week vacation, it would cost me anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 in lost revenue. It was crazy, because I'd have to come back and build it back up again. So, it was crazy how that was happening. And I realized that I was all by myself. That's it. I was just by myself, and I was the only one that could ever do anything right. I'd send other guys out, and I'd train them and show them what to do, and something would always happen. Something would always happen wrong. I'd get a call the next Monday, and they'd be like, that guy he was okay, but he wasn't you. And, I got tired of that. And so I was calling my friends and family all the time, and asking my friends to help me out here and help me out there, and my family, and buy some more products from me so I can make make some more money, and I got to pay these bills, and can you help me out here? And I always felt like I was begging them all the time. They're like, oh, Jeff's calling again. Don't answer the phone. That's going to be Jeff. He's going to be asking us to buy something so that he can make some more money, and that's all he cares about. He doesn't even care about us anymore. He just wants our money. So that was getting irritating. And I'm like, well, can't call them anymore. I was part of the NFL club, no friends left. So, I started going to people in shopping malls and parking lots and knocking on people's doors, and I was holding their product in my hand. Hey, you got to try this stuff out. And they'd be like, no, thank you, and close the door in your face. And man, it was crazy. And I'd be like, hey, just here's a sample, just try it. And they'd just look at me like, dude, you're crazy. Go away from me, okay? You're a little excited there. I can't handle it. So it was getting ridiculous. So I'm like, man, I gotta fix something different. I gotta do something else. I still gotta pay the bills and everything. So I started going online and looking at these different companies, and I found this company that was selling leads. I'm like, this is the answer to it all, right? Gotta get these leads, buy these leads. I was buying leads. I was trying to get them as targeted as I could, and interested in just doing this and doing that, and health and fitness, and starting a business and what have you, and trying to recruit, and trying to get more people involved, and it was crazy. The leads weren't working out, and people were just hanging up on me all the time, and I was calling people randomly out of the phone book at times just to make make ends meet, because I was spending so much money on the leads that I didn't have any money left. So I was calling people in the phone book, figuring that's free leads, and I was just people were just hanging up on me or ignoring me, or they just avoided me altogether, and it was getting ridiculous. So I'm not saying that these strategies don't work. I'm just saying they don't work for me. So I mean, what do you say to people? And I was going crazy. What do you say? I mean, how do you get your message across when you're truly passionate about what you have to offer? Well, all that changed when I discovered the secret to an abundant formula. It was like that feeling you get when someone walks up to you and says, "Hey man, I was thinking of you today, and I want you to have this gift." And you're like, "Awesome, thank you. Somebody just gave me something. This is awesome," And you look at it and you nurture it every day because someone gave it to you at random. Or like when you walk in the doctor's office and you're like, "Oh doc, I'm sick, and can you help me feel better?" And he's like, here's a prescription. Take 2 of these, and all your problems will go away. It'll make you feel better. And you're like, "Okay, whatever." And you take it and you're like, "Oh, wow, that actually worked." That's what I'm talking about. It's an amazing feeling when you get that. And that's what I want. That's what I want for you. I want to help you. I want to teach you what I've learned and save you from the painful learning curve that I went through to get you to a path of success immediately. Life is great right now. Yeah, I'm telling you. And I want you to be great too. And, maybe you don't think so, but I'm telling you right now, I believe in you, and I think you can. Just for filling out your contact information on this page, I'm going to send you a free CD. Postage paid. And when you click on the link, I'm also going to start you on a 15-day eye-opening training program. Now this program is going to show you how to market any business and how to find targeted leads that are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. Now I can only work with 10 students a week. I don't have a lot of time, and I only want to work with dedicated people. So I don't want to waste my time with tire kickers or whiners. So if you're serious, then fill out the contact information below, and let's get you started today. Your first assignment is going to be waiting for you here on the other side. Okay? So I'll see you there. All right?